Can you give me some water, please?
Here, you can have some of this peanut
Oh my
juice.
God.
Hey guys, it's Luke. Today we are going to be talking about the names of unusual Chinese foods. There are tons of Chinese restaurants, really great Chinese restaurants, authentic Chinese restaurants here in New York City. So we're going to be looking at those unusual dishes with unusual names, and we're actually going to try them. We're going to talk about the culture behind them, where they come from, where the names come from, and then we're going to actually go out and talk to some people. We're going to have them try the dishes. We're going to have people say what they think about the dishes. So stick around, it's going to be interesting. Let's get started. The first one we're going to talk about is probably a classic to you. It's one of the first dishes that people think of when they think of Americanized Chinese food. That is General Tso chicken. If you didn't see this on the menu, do you know what this would be called?
General Tso's chicken.
General Tso's chicken.
Everybody knows what that is.
But do you have any idea about the General Tso's chicken? Where it comes from or anything about it?
I know that it's on every single menu of every Chinese restaurant in the United States.
The name actually, if you go to the place where this is supposed to have come from, the General Tso himself, he would have no idea what this was. He never ate this.
No?
Nobody who knew him ate this.
So how did it get
Nobody who lives there ate this. No, so the name was actually, there's a little bit of controversy around where the name came from, but there was a general named General Tso who lived in Hunan. He was a well-known general at the time, and so there was a reference to his name that has nothing to do with the chicken, nothing to do with food, nothing to do with his hometown, and someone sort of grabbed it out of the air when they were coming up with the dish in America. Moo Shu Pork is a classic. People in China won't know exactly what Moo Shu means. If you say, hey, what's Moo Shu? They'll say, oh, I don't know what Moo Shu is. When you look at this dish, does it give you any idea about why it might be called Moo Shu Pork?
No, I have no idea. I don't think any American has any idea why it's called Moo Shu Pork.
Moo Shu originally comes from a flower which is called devilwood, the devilwood flower.
Okay.
It has a Latin name, but it's not important.
Agreed?
Right. So basically, it's supposed to evoke a feeling of, all right, this is a kind of flower dish. Not that it has flowers in it, but sort of the aesthetic of flowers.
I see.
When you look at it, it's kind of a mix of different things.
So visually it resembles the flower.
It's supposed to summon it, to call it to mind,
Oh.
which is to give you that feeling of this is going to be delicious.
So is there an actual dish with that name in China? I guess is the question.
That's a really good question. I've never seen. I'd like to pull the audience. Anybody ever seen Moo Shu Pork in? You guys ever seen Moo Shu Pork in China?
I think so, yeah, from the north part of China. It's a pretty famous and very stable food.
But it's called Moo Shu Pork.
Yeah, Moo Shu Rou, yes. Yeah.
There you go.
It's quite good.
Yeah.
Quite good.
Yeah, it is pretty good. Now, one of the most classic dishes, Chinese dishes, anywhere in the world is wonton. What would you call this? Do you know what this is?
What looks like wonton soup.
It's wonton soup. Wonton soup. Actually, when you say wonton soup, you're speaking English.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Not
So
again,
you're not-
again, not a Chinese word.
It's not it's related to a Chinese word.
Okay.
But if you look in the dictionary, you will find wonton as a word, just like you would find any other English word. It's actually related to a word that's pronounced differently in China, but it's huntun or hundun, and people in China eat almost exactly the same thing. This is very authentic. But if you went to a Chinese restaurant, an American Chinese restaurant, it would probably taste the same.
Oh yeah.
I would imagine. Yeah. Now, one of the other dishes we're going to talk about today is Stinky Tofu. The interesting thing about Stinky Tofu is it's actually the same in Chinese and English. It's called Stinky Tofu because it's stinky. In Chinese, it's chou tofu. And if you walk down the street in China, you will smell it. Street food, see a lot of street food stands. The one thing you're going to smell is stinky tofu. Now, what people say is that, oh, it smells bad. It smells like dirty feet, but tastes great. My opinion, yeah, it smells bad, tastes, yeah. And so we're gonna actually look at, we're gonna go out and we're gonna talk to some people and see what they think of stinky tofu and see if they like it. What do you think?
Is it a meat?
Some kind of brownie.
It's actually called stinky tofu.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It's not that stinky.
Not that stinky?
As I'm chewing it, I feel it's stinkier.
I see where the stinky name come from, but I mean,
You like it?
yeah, it's not bad.
Not bad? Okay. So this is just fermented tofu. That's all it is. It's tofu that's fermented. This is very mild.
Okay.
If you're on the street in China, this would be very, very stinky.
Can I have water?
You did it. I really respect you. I have great respect for you.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Wow, you're mean.
What do you think? I didn't realize it was gonna be abused on camera today. That wasn't in my game plan.
Oh. Good face. People love it in China. It's very popular street food. You see it pretty much everywhere. I see you still got it here.
Yeah, I do. I'm not involved. All right, guys. Thank you.
Thank you for the facial expression there. Have a good one. One dish that a lot of people here in America probably find pretty strange is 1,000-year egg. It's also called century egg. In Chinese, it has a totally different name. The meaning is different. It's pidan. So actually, pidan is skin egg, but in America, it's called 1,000-year egg. That's what it's called in English. Why is it called that? Because it looks like it's been aged for 1,000 years. Of course, it hasn't. Actually, it's made using salt and clay and some other things and then aged. So it's a preserved egg, and it looks like that because of the acidity in the egg. The acidity in the egg goes up and it changes the color, makes it look like it's 1,000 years old. You like it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
And it doesn't lose its bite. It's not mushy.
Right, it's not
Which
mushy.
is good.
Yeah, yeah. Salty.
Salty, spicy.
If you were going to guess what that's called, what would be your guess?
It's like a turnip a little bit.
Oh, it looks like a
I think
turnip?
it's egg. It's like pickled egg. It's something.
Good, very good guess. It's pickled egg. So this dish is actually called 1,000-year egg.
I think I'll pass on that one.
But it's actually not 1,000 years old.
It's like a gelatin almost. You could see through the egg. It's clear.
Exactly. So if it's not 1,000 years old, then how would you guess it's made like this?
I think that's beyond my comprehension.
Try it. What do you think? That's all right. It's good?
All right, so last time I ate this was in front of a room full of Chinese businessmen, and they were all just laughing hysterically at me.
Now
It
we
was
could
a
do
very
the same.
humiliating experience. Are you gonna make me do it on camera for the whole world to see? Okay.
He's eager. I respect the audacity that you have. You just put the whole thing down after a meal.
What am I doing here?
Thoughts?
Weird.
Why do you think it's called 1,000-year egg?
Because they leave it sitting there for a while, so I guess that weird color.
Well, yeah. Not 1,000 years though. You want to try one? Have you tried this before?
No.
So actually, this is just a preserved egg. That's all it is. It's preserved in salt, basically, and it changes the pH of the egg, so it goes up, so it changes color.
Really, that's it?
Yep, that's it. Only a few weeks, not 1,000 years. Only a few weeks. But you thought it was when
Oh
you.
no, that looks like nasumi. That looks like eggplant.
So have you had this before? Have you ever tasted this?
But in Japan, like we've had like egg that's like in a broth and it's soaked in. Well, damn. But that's just like.
Okay.
I don't want that anymore. You might.
Egg. But actually, in Chinese, it's not called 1,000-year egg. It has a totally different name.
What is it?
It's pidan, which is skin egg. Go figure.
I'd rather go with 1,000.
Yeah, I agree. So, as I dig into this final pidan, I think they're pretty much all gone. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and this food adventure. I know I certainly have. I think from talking to everybody on the street, we can see that learning the name of something is just the first step. It's actually getting into it, trying the food, when you really start to understand and feel food, the culture, and make connections with other people. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed it. We did this video with NewsChina and we're here at Hunan House. It's been really fun and we're going to be doing more videos like this in the future. Send us your ideas and we will definitely try to get to them. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.